in the mask, yeah.
Excuse me, my aesthetic. What did I do? You see where you have to record everything. You've been wiping your ass. Yo. This is so adorable. It's like a baby. Ugh. I think my feet are together. His feet look weird. They spread out. He look like a bug. He look like a bug now. Instead of like, what the f is that? Oh. They look like hola. Hola. For today's video, I am sorry for my presentation. I'm sorry, but I don't want to always come on camera perfect. Well, I never do, but I don't want to try too hard every time. But make today's video like a story time. And I want to do like another topic, like a weird habits that I do, but something in me be telling me to say certain things sometimes, like even if it doesn't like really have like a real purpose to some people or most people. It's like sometimes I just feel like if I talk about this or say something about something, somewhere it's gonna show up later in life, and then I'm gonna look back and be like, did I kind of like predict that, or like did I like was it just a dream? Or like, so basically with today's video is me sharing some very vivid dreams that I've had recently. Very vivid. And a lot of these happened like in like May, like recently, but like some of them are like two-parters. Like the ones that were recent coincide with the ones that I had from maybe like earlier this year or like late last year, and it's like the same stories and people keep showing up. I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it is, like a glitch, but it's not like I have like, I've said it in another video before, I don't really have like random dreams. It's like if you really like listen to if I really listen to myself and what my dreams are, it really does like make sense if I'm making any sense. It's like it makes sense as to what it's trying to tell me about life. But I just want this to be a nice, quick, easy going video, because I feel like a lot of my videos are serious. I'm like, wait, I do know how to have fun sometimes. I don't want every single video to be like reaction, he, she, pet peeves I don't like. So I'm just like, no. Not today. Today I was gonna do like something along those lines, and I was like, and then I also don't want half of my videos to be Q&As. It's like, I'll wait. Like probably my next Q&A is probably gonna be like in the fall, because like I end up doing different stuff, thankfully, and experiencing new things. Anyway, I'm gonna share some of the dreams, and hopefully they're entertaining, or I come up with something to say. So I might share like about 3 or 4 of them, but I'm not gonna make this video 50 minutes long, or try not to. 'Cause there's no way you'll be ignored, not anymore. Here I am. What was I doing again? I need Adderall. You've met me at my villain arc. Welcome. It's been a while. What do I have to say for myself? Well, nothing. Welcome. What do you have to say for yourself? Nothing, huh? This is the worst Batman voice I've ever heard in my life. So, this first dream that I had was kind of like fun to experience, because it felt real as and then like it corresponds with my real life. So it was basically this married couple, and they were like running this like rally. It wasn't like a contest per se. It was just more like, I think they had like means to help people that were like low income or like really living down bad, if you will. And they had like either a separate house or like an extra like section in their house or something, and it was like basically a giveaway for somebody that would use the space and like use it properly. My brain had that as the preface, so I didn't go through all that in my head, but then the dream just really started with the rally, like the name picking. And I think I was in a group with like 12 or 13 other girls, or like we were all in this YouTube couple's house, and they were in their living room, but it was like nighttime and it was dark. It was like after everybody already like arrived to figure out who's gonna win the house. And I'm like, why would they have us all come down to this state, this whole separate state, to just figure out who's gonna get the house? Like, why not just have the person that's gonna get the house get the house? Basically, I was in this dark living room, and then the dude was walking back and forth, like basically just scanning the room, like reading everybody. And I was like sitting there, like, and all the other people were walking around, and there was like some cliques, and then there were like some like people that were kind of on their own. And I remember there was somebody trying to like talk to me, like one of the girls, and they were like, oh, what would you do if and I just kind of like kept walking around. Eventually the dude was walking around and scanning the room, and then he kept walking in and up and down the stairs and in and out the kitchen and out of the house and in the house, and the woman in the couple was like just standing around. And honestly, I think she was watching him, because I think she didn't trust his judgment, because I think his issue was like he was trying to pick someone that looked the best, or like looked like they would look good in the house. And it was just like she was like really standing there, like every time he picked someone, she was like no, and they would leave the house with their bags, and they looked mad. I don't know, it was weird, but I think it wasn't a problem with them picking me. I think I was acting like I didn't want it. So it's like okay. I think in my dream I told myself to kind of like stand up straighter, or like be smiling, like not like fake, just like I think I told myself to be approachable at least, or like not have them look at me just one time and be like or like something wrong with you if they catch me on a bad day or a couple. But literally by the time it got to like 3 or 4 different people to pick from, I think because I was literally so not focused on them, it was like easier for them to eventually pick. And the reason why I'm talking about it is because it wasn't the first time I dreamt about this, like that specific couple and their house. It was like I had another dream where dude was like trying to do some shit in his like marriage or like in his life that the wife was trying to act like she was okay with, and I think deep down she was like okay with it for real, but it was like I think her logical side was trying to like overexert justifying demise for like something that probably wouldn't end for the reasons that they think it would end. Honestly, I didn't have anywhere to go during this time that I had this dream. It was like the year prior to the one I just talked about, and I was staying with someone, and it was not the healthiest living situation, I'll say that. So I think while I'm having this dream in that situation, this vigilante ninja swooped down and grabbed my bags, like literally all my stuff, and plopped it in the living room. Like I literally popped up in their living room with their bags, and they were literally holding my bags like hard, like, and it looked so sus, because it was dream me was just like, I ain't trying to stay here that bad. It's like I know I'm going through this, but and this next one is kind of like one of my favorite wild ass dreams that I had, because it was so funny, and it was like very telling what type of like where my head is at and like where my priorities lie when I'm in certain environments and stuff. So just to try to keep it short, I was in my hometown / a nearby city in an apartment complex, and you know, if you grew up in urban areas or like apartment complexes in any neighborhood, it doesn't matter what state. I'm pretty sure every state has its like trenches and apartment complexes that come with their characters and dynamics and types of people in those towns and places. So not that they're bad people, but you know how it gets down in those type of areas. So I was in this apartment complex and I was in this particular apartment unit. I don't know why I was around these people, and it was strangers, but I did see a few like cousins and stuff. So it felt like maybe that was their friends and I was just somehow over there like hanging out with them or something. And they had like hella multiple families in this apartment complex. I'm talking about a baby dad and then like 2 women and then friends of them, and then like there's stuff everywhere, and like the bathroom is, you already know what the fuck it probably was giving, and the living room looked like a bedroom, and then like the window was like this, and the fucking cabinets were like that, and it looked like a movie scene. And so there was just a lot of literal ambulance siren noises everywhere, and like guns laying around, like bare guns, and babies and toddlers, and like a literal baby walking on the couch like an armchair, like a toddler in a diaper and nothing else, like walking on an armchair. And I actually did this when I was a kid. I walked on an armchair one time. Like I was a kid and I was at my cousin's house and everything. I was literally at my cousin's house. And dude. And I was at my cousin's house and I was walking on the armchair and everybody was so busy and everybody was like doing whatever they were doing. They were having fun and stuff and nobody's supposed to be getting hurt. And then I'm just walking and my sock that I was wearing slipped off of the armchair and I split and fell coochie first on the armchair, like legs out, and it literally hurt so bad. But everybody was like, "Oh, are you okay?" I'm like, so glad I'm not a boy, because it would have probably been detrimental. Like straight on my, I'm sorry, but it's not part of the dream. Anyway, fast forward to the real dream. This baby was walking on this armchair and there's gunshots going on and there's like loud noises and people arguing and running in and out, and the hallway light in the apartment was going in and out and blinking, and motherfuckers running up and down with their pants sagging, and I was like, what is this? I don't be around this. So I see this on TV or I hear about it. So I said, okay, there's a lot going on, but I know there's a baby. And in the dream, I was drunk. So I'm just taking the responsibility in the room in dream mode to make sure at least if the baby falls, somebody catches the baby. So the baby did try to fall, and my drunk ass in the dream caught the baby with one arm. And I'm just like, so nobody's gonna catch their baby. So nobody's gonna catch their baby, huh? Shortly after that moment, I think some people bust through the door and they were just like having arguments or it was a robbery or some shit. It was just like a mess. And so basically, this YouTuber from like New York and one of my old friends, well, not old, like one of the people that I knew in my life, they pulled up in a car and they were outside. No. They pulled up in a car and they came to the apartment door and opened the door and said, what the fuck is going on in here? I said, what the fuck are you doing here? They said, come to the car, bro. Just grab your bag. I know you only have 1 or 2. Grab your bag and get in the car. And I know you don't want to see this, the friend, but it's not important right now. I said, why? Why should I get in the car with you? And then he pulled out a cat and I was like, true. The cat, bro. We get in this car and the cat was talking like a human, like literally, like the mannerisms was like a human, and it was using human words. It was like, we're going on a journey.
I've been coming here for a while.
That talking nigga. I was like, you can understand me? And it was like, yes. And I said, what the hell? And it was like, I know you're surprised. And I was like, yeah. So we're just driving and then the dream just transitions after like we are driving and I'm literally in the back seat looking through the windshield at their 2 bobbleheads, the back of their bobbleheads. And all I remember is like feeling like we were just like warping forward. Like if you ever seen that scene in Phineas and Ferb, like when the show was about to end and they were in the spaceship The light was just getting brighter and brighter, and Candace sitting there in between the knuckleheads, and she's like, Phineas, what is that?
What is that?
That's what I felt like. And then the dream, like this, we were like morphing into light. The dream transitioned into the next dream. Oh, I forgot to say my cousin called that a crumb in the dream, but a crumb. It was funny. Somebody was arguing about this or that, and she said, girl, don't worry about that crumb. And then she just walked off. I didn't see her anymore after that. Child, and then I had me a dream. I hope this is just a dream. And it could stay like that. God. But I was staying by someone, like, in the springtime. Like, right after this, like, really tough situation. And so, I was staying with this older man. He wasn't, like, terrible to be around or anything. It was just like, oh, okay. He's just, like, an older man. I mean, it did give creepy, but look, I'm alive and I wasn't touched or bothered. It's better than anything else. This older man, I think he had, like, he was literally, like, over, like, 70, 80 years old. So, I think he had, like, health issues and stuff, but I think he was just trying to, like, rock out the rest of his days type shit. And so, eventually I did end up leaving for reasons. And then I have this dream in like May or the end of May, and it was just like when we were in the spaceship. Remember I told you about the spaceship and we just like morphed into the light? The next dream was a hospital room. It was a hospital room, and like it was like fuzzy. It was like I was like in the background, but I could see it was like, imagine like the set of a movie, like in a play set, like, but you could see the whole wall and the structure and the inside. I literally was like looking in glass at a hospital room, but it wasn't a window. It was like just like a fish island view. And so I seen the hospital room, and it was just like this lady on the phone. She kept talking and talking, like the hospital voice and shit. Oh, and he had 3 heart attacks. I said, I hope that was a dream. It was just the transition for me, bro. By the way, I hope that person is well. I don't know where they are. I don't know anything. I don't even know their number or nothing, but if they're alive or if they're seeing this, I'm glad you're alive, but you're acting a little creepy. And in the next dream, all of a sudden I'm in Texas, and then I'm hanging out with this YouTuber that I kind of watch. And like I just ended up like at the dinner table, like with their family, like at least the main 9-10 big OGs in their family. I was like, why are we doing this? And so basically we just popped up at the table, like that scene in Elemental when Amber is meeting Wade's family and shit, and they're just like crying in her face, and they're like, you're emotional too, and her fiery ass was like, I guess I am.
It's unfair because I have literally never cried. You got no chance.
Sounds like a challenge. Half. Okay. An old man on his deathbed remembers the summer he fell in love. She was out of his league and he was young and scared. He let her go thinking surely summer would come again.
And so
It never did.
basically I was meeting this YouTuber's family, and literally I was like, I remember in my dream motivating myself to say hi or like be hospitable, because I know in the South it's very like they're very big on table manners, and not because they think you're a bad person if you don't do it. It's just because they were taught to do it like that every time, all the time. So it's like they're not used to people that just start their day, or they just jump up and do shit, or just randomly do shit. Like that's unpredictable. That's, I don't know what the what is you, a demon? Or like if you walk in people's houses, don't always every time say hi. That's just like, to some people that's questionable. But then it's like, I know in my dream I was trying to train myself to see where people are coming from and not just be like, well, I'm not being rude if I don't do this. I would be rude if I did this. But some people think differently, so it's like, you just gotta roll with the punches and compromise. Anyway, I was meeting their family, and it wasn't like romantic. It was literally like platonic. Like it was like they had a kid, so it was like I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was like I literally felt like in the dream I was only meeting their family because they just were like, oh, I'm your friend and you seem like you need help. And so that was nice because that YouTuber is nice and he doesn't seem like he was like pressed or like looking at me like an object. Oh yeah, and I had a dream that my guardian, my childhood guardian, like the people that I grew up with as guardians, basically, besides my main mom and dad, is like I had a dream that those people were trying to get, were literally trying to get me to Drake. Like just one time, like they literally said like, we'll be rich. They said we'll be so rich if you just Drake one time. I don't know why I had that dream, and I don't know why I saw Drake and all this other shit. I don't. It was kind of creepy because he was sitting there like, I'm thinking to myself in the dream, I'm like, so you're Drake and you want to regular bitches? Like you don't want to like anyone else? And he was just like literally looking like, why would I be here if I didn't? And it was so funny because I know in my regular life, I'm not a Drake stan or anybody stan. If anything, I listen to certain people a lot sometimes, but then I like move on to like the next artist or genre, or like it's not like 24/7 the same shit. So I don't stan anyone. I just I don't understand. Like I don't understand why he popped up in my dream. But it was so funny because my guardians in this dream, and honestly in real life, they kind of act like this, but they were acting like managers, like mental, like like they were busy, like they were like, you better. It wasn't like I didn't want to, I just was like, but why? I think me saying like no or acting hesitant or apprehensive was such a surprise, because I think when people are like celebrities or well-known or sought after, if someone is treating them like a human again, or human, where you know you wait and you get to know people, or like you at least don't be on dicks, it's like they forget what that's like, so then it's almost like an insult or like a offensive a little bit to honestly act like you're just like everybody else. I could say no to you, or I could just not be so pressed just because you're Drake. Just because you're Drake, I wouldn't do it like that. But if I ended up liking Drake, I would have done it. That's the principle of the dream, is what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like some people, they think because a lot, yeah, like I said, like a lot of people want them, or a lot of people have made it clear that they're attractive. They think that going to someone and wanting them, or wanting them to want them, is like, it's finna happen. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with Drake, or I'm not a fan, or I don't like this, or I like that. It's not that. It's just the point is, it's like, I feel like I've met a lot of people like that, even if they're not a celebrity. It's like they assume like, oh, because maybe they think they have money, or they think they have this or that, I should be the one to treat them like a prize. And I don't mind treating someone like a prize as long as they treat me like a prize. And it shouldn't be one-sided as fuck. Also, it's okay for somebody to say no to you and not get offended, or not feel like something's wrong with you because somebody said no to you, or just didn't act like you're Drake. Or it should be on that, like, boom, boom, like, you know, the vibe is giving. It's like when somebody makes you feel like you're lucky that they're talking to you. It's like, you're lucky you found me. Should I change my shirt?